What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's Mighty Fan time. And yes, I know it's been a few weeks since my last video, and apologize about that. I just got kind of busy with other things, and the holiday came by, the 4th of July holiday, and shout out to my good buddy Mark M there, TJ fan. We had a great time on Saturday. Went to Wildwood and had a lot of fun. And got sunburned, but didn't take any video there. I was actually thinking about it, but just didn't get around to it. But we had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. Nice to get down to the Jersey Shore for a day there and have some fun. And overall it was a really nice weekend. And now back to reality. So within the past few weeks, I have had a couple pickups, some of which you've already seen if you're on the Facebook groups. Shouts to all those Facebook groups, by the way. Everyone does a great job there posting and pics and vids and all sorts of good stuff. And it would seem that we're definitely getting to the heart of summer now, because it's getting really hot and humid out there, and that's That's not too fun. My favorite time of year is the fall, because it's not snowing, and it's not oppressively hot. So that's my favorite time of year, which will be here in a couple months. So I do have a couple pickups, and some of you, like I said, did see some of them on the groups. But for those of you who don't, it will be new to you. And I have a couple jerseys here. I didn't get around to taking a pic or anything like that for the groups, but anyhow. Got my Sixers home Dr. J Mitchell & Ness jersey on. This is the 1976-77 season. Really nice jersey here. I figured I'd wear a patriotic, jersey to, since this is my first video since the 4th of July, since of course America's Independence Day. I got my Sixers on right now. Summer League action. They're playing the Houston Rockets, and they're winning 31-26. And I see Noel had a big game in the first game of the Summer League, so that's good to see. Of course, he was out all year last year with the injury, so they're one of their 2 first-round picks last year. Of course, the Rookie of the Year, Michael Carter Williams, and Noel, and Noel should be a good season in this year. The Sixers, since I last visited with you, the Sixers, of course, the NBA draft occurred. And the Sixers took 2 guys in the first round that aren't going to play this year. That's what they do. They get guys that aren't going to play for a year. But Nerlens Noel will be playing this year, and hopefully, Joel Embiid recovers well, and he'll be with them next year, this time, playing in the Summer League and season. And they got Saric, European player. They got him, and he'll be hopefully with the team within a couple years. So, we'll see. They got a bunch of guys in the second round. I can't name them all, but they. So, hey, they're still building, and unless they get like LeBron James, or something like that in the off season, they're going to be building for another couple years. But it's little steps to get to the big steps, right? So, gotta be a fan through thick and thin. So, of course, they'll always be my team. And speaking of the Sixers and this long introduction, I did get another Dr. J jersey since last we met, and I got another swingman, but I got a good deal on this one from Fanatics.com. I picked it up. I've been wanting the 82-83 circa away red for a while, because this was the jersey they won that championship in, of course, in Los Angeles against the Lakers. And it was the last time the Sixers won a championship, but they did so in these uniforms. I have the Mitchell & Ness, Moses Malone, and Maurice Cheeks. So I got a swingman and Dr. J. And this makes my 5th Dr. J jersey. 4 of them Sixers, the other one the Nets. And I'm sorry, my 6th, because I have another swingman of Dr. J that I wore on the 4th of July, the blue one with the stripes and stars on the side. But I have 2 Mitchell & Ness, and then the 3 swingman now for the Sixers, and I got that New York Nets Dr. J too. So it's your generic, swingman jersey, generically stitched, but still in the correct font and all that they wore back in the 82-83 season. And the other thing about this is there's no Reebok logo, or Adidas logo. or Reebok for that matter, because Reebok made these for a while on the front. So some of them have them and some of them don't. I don't know. I guess it's like, you know, it's the unknown until you get it in the mail and you see whether it has the logo or not. But the interesting thing is all three of the Swingman Dr. J jerseys that I have for the Sixers, none of them have have that Adidas logo on there. So I don't know if they just did that with certain jerseys or what, but there you go. Jack tag. Well, it's waving around, but you can see it right there. So yeah, Dr. J 82-83 Swingman Adidas jersey. Let's get to the controversial jersey next, because this one, you know, I am a diehard Eagles fan, and I've always been an Eagles fan, and I'll always be an Eagles fan. And there's one team in sports that I just can't stand, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. And it will always be the Dallas Cowboys. That being said, you know, when you collect, sometimes team allegiances go out the window. We all have jerseys, or most of us probably have jerseys of teams that, you know, are considered rivals. I mean, for instance, I have a decent amount of Mets jerseys, and, you know, Phillies and the Mets, it's, you know, not the rivalry's kind of, you know, cooled down, you know, in recent years because neither team have been very good. But, you know, it is still a rivalry. I have Mario Lemieux Penguins jerseys, and, you know, the Flyers and Penguins are a rivalry. But, you know, when I was growing up, Mario Lemieux was one of my favorite players. So I do have teams' jerseys that are rivals to the Philadelphia teams. So the one that's hardest for me to bear, although I did this for a reason, is Dallas. And so far, I have 2 Cowboy jerseys in the collection. It's not something I'm very proud of, but I have 2 of them. And the reason for this is because one of my all-time collecting goals, when I first started collecting throwback jerseys, this was my goal. And this was one of my first goals. And my favorite position in football is running back. It's always been running back. It will always be running back. I've always liked running backs. Some of my first favorite players in the NFL were running backs, like Barry Sanders. Just, you know, some of the guys I identified with the league when I was growing up. Of course, with the Eagles, you know, growing up, it was, you know, Ricky Watters came here. It was Ricky Watters. And then, you know, Deuce Staley, the years there. Charlie Garner a little bit there. In there too, and, you know, of course, then Brian Westbrook, and now, of course, Shady McCoy. So, you know, I've always identified with running backs, and that's always been my favorite position. And I've always had a lot of respect for the all-time great running backs. So one of my all-time goals was to get as many of the all-time great running backs jerseys as I can get. And to date, I have a pretty decent amount of them in the collection. The list just goes on. So I won't name them all. But to have the complete list, I had to get, or as complete a list as I can get. I probably could never get every single one. But to have as complete a list as I can get, I had to get 2 that were, unfortunately, Dallas players. Not that I would wear them during football season. They're going to be tucked way away in the closet. But I do have 2 running backs representing Dallas and 2 running backs representing the all-time greats in the history of the NFL. And the first one I don't think I've ever shown on my channel. And I picked this up many years ago. I think it was at least 6 or 7 years ago. How many years ago? I forget. Maybe 8 years. But I got this from the store chain Foot Locker. And at the time, they had this deep discount, and I picked it up for, like, I think it was $30. And, you know, just to have in the collection. Never rooted for him. Never really cheered for him. I was happy many times when the Eagles beat him, but including that 4th and 1 stop. But that was years ago. But it is Emmitt Smith. And the thing about this jersey is this was the last style that he wore as a member of Dallas because it's a Reebok jersey. The other thing about this jersey is it represents the moment where he became the all-time leading rusher. This was the jersey he wore, the style he wore when he got that record. You know, and it has the commemorative patch on there that says so. And as much as I couldn't stand him when he was playing, I always respected Emmitt Smith, you know, because again I've always been a fan of running backs. So, you know, so I got this jersey. This has yet to be worn. by me. I don't even know if I will ever wear it, or I really don't know. But it's in the closet, along with all the other, decent amount of the other jerseys I have, and so there it is. So recently, and this is one that I've had a little bit of a history with, because for years I've passed on it at sales at Mitchell & Ness or anything like that. I had it in my hands a few times, and then got something else. So this popped up on eBay, and I had a $20 eBay thing to use. So I used it on this, and I got it even cheaper. And I do have to admit, it is a very nice jersey. The overall quality for it, just the kind of feel of it, and it does scream old school. And of course, it's the original TD, Tony Dorsett. This is Dallas jersey from 1977. Everything on this is just heavy vinyl, heat pressed on. This is a made in Vietnam version of this jersey. And as you can see, it is just really thick vinyl, really shiny. And it's got the 33s on the front, the 33s on the shoulders, and the stripes going down the sleeves. The sleeves are a slightly different material. They're kind of like the way they make those Steelers jerseys. If you guys have those, it's kind of the same kind of feel to it. And the rest of it's that heavy mesh. And there's Dorsett 33 on the back. Dorsett is on a nameplate, but each individual number is heat pressed on. And that 33 right there. One of the all-time great running backs, of course, in the history of the NFL. Played many years in Dallas and played in the with the Raiders for a time. 1977, Tony Dorsett, right there. Again, this will not be getting wears during football season. I don't really like to admit too much that I have a couple of Dallas's jerseys, but for me, it's more so it has nothing to do with rooting interest. It's just collecting purposes, and I have to have the all-time great collections for running backs. You have to. I had to kind of, just kind of look past the fact that they're Dallas players and just look at them as great running backs, which they were. So there you go. The things we do for collecting, right? So that's the football portion. We have one more jersey, and it's baseball. And I will also say, with me, it's all about the jersey hat combo. Although I'm not wearing a hat right now, it's too hot. But I go through great painstaking measures to make sure I have the hat to go with the jersey. But I will say, without a shadow of a doubt, that the Emmett and Tony Dorsett jerseys are ones that I will never get the hat for, because I will not get a Cowboys hat. I don't care. It just doesn't matter. I wear, if on the very rare occasion might be that I wear Tony Dorsett or something like that, I'll wear another blue and white hat, but it won't be Dallas. So, but I will say that I will use that as a little caveat to having these jerseys. There's no way I'll buy a Dallas hat or shirt or something like that. No. That star will not be on me. So let's go to baseball. I don't have too many vintage jerseys, but I was able to pick this one up, and I really, really like this. This is really sharp. It's an Arizona Diamondbacks. At the time, I think this is an alternate jersey of theirs. It's the black with the full Arizona going across the front, button down. It's an old. I want to say it's a Rawlings. It's an old Rawlings, size 52, and here's the jock tag. As you see, authentic Rawlings. So you can tell it's vintage. That's the company that made these back then. And it is a Luis Gonzalez Diamondbacks jersey. He was a great hitter, home run hitter back in the day. Part of that World Series team that beat the Yankees in 2001. Great World Series. But they weren't wearing this jersey at this time. This jersey they wore a little before that. And I really like it. I think it's really sharp. The other thing I love about it, look at the sleeves. Look at those sleeve cuffs. That's just bananas right there. Really nice there with kind of that shiny trim going around it. Just all sorts of cool. And the other thing that's really cool about it is that old school Diamondbacks patch. The snake head and the baseball. Really cool. It's got the Harmon Killebrew, of course, MLB logo. And then the Gonzalez is that is double stitched, purple and white. And the 20 is actually triple stitched. It's got the white, it's got the purple, and it's got kind of this dazzle twill on the inside, kind of goldish tan. Really nice. And it's the same for the Arizona. The Arizona on the front has the dazzle twill going around the outline, as well as the white and then the purple inside. And it's got like the little snake teeth looking logo for the A and the other A there. Really cool. Posted this on one of the on the groups on Facebook, and I was having a bit of a conversation with someone. They said they wish the Diamondbacks would go back to this uniform, at least for an alternate or something. And I agree. I think it would be really cool if they did, because I like this look better than what they have today. But anyhow, I'm happy to have it. Can't really wear it this time of year. It's too all black jersey this time of year. That's not good. But I'll definitely be giving this some wears, and I do have the hat to go with it. So there you go. Old Rawlings vintage Arizona Diamondbacks Lee Gonzalez jersey. Okay, so I had a few things to show. I'm sorry again. It's been a few weeks since I posted something. And just looking at how I'm doing on time, I'm doing okay. So, to all the Jersey heads out there, all my fellow Jersey heads, to all my subscribers, family, friends, fellow DeviantArt members, anyone I'm forgetting, as always, this is Mighty Fan saying peace, and I will see you in the next video. I do have another pickup, actually, coming, so once that comes in the mail, I'll just checking the score here. Okay. Just multitasking. So I'll have another video at that point, and yeah. So as always, once again, this is Mighty Fan coming to you from Mighty Fan's Fan Cave, where there are no Dallas Stars up. Just so you know, these jerseys are staying deep in the closet. Don't worry. So anyhow, hey, football season's just around the corner too. So hoping for my best for the Eagles, and my preseason prediction, NFL. Remember last year? Who picked the Seahawks over the Broncos in the Super Bowl? Huh? So I'm going for back-to-back years with getting the correct Super Bowl pick. It's a lot of pressure. I don't know if I can handle it. This is a first for me. Okay, but anyhow, I will have that video at some point in August, so be on the lookout for that. And until my next pickup video, yet again, this is Mighty Fan saying peace. See you in the next video. All right, everyone, keep cool for those of you in the hot states, and I will see you in the next one. All right, everyone.